Clinkscales gets it to McMorrow.
Forces him to throw the... Wow, what a play.
A great finish.
There's Clinkscales.
Clinkscales.
Throwing those loops.
Clinkscales
with
the
those
young.
Yeah. It's so much fun to watch them go play.
And he's always looking for Kevin Young.
He's looking
Clinkscales turns the corner, gets it inside. Spikes gets two.
You know what that means?
It means free Frosties for all the fans, but things really picking up here in the fourth quarter for both sides as things getting exciting.
Clinkscales answers with a three-pointer to make it 4.
Clinkscales comes away with it. He's off and running. Great pass to K.O. He gets two in the free throw.
Happy to see a basket able to get back in this thing.
64-60. Nice backdoor cut from Watson up the floor. Clinkscales again. Stops, pops, and knocks it down. Clifford Clinkscales.
Too much space there if you're the Windsor Express.
Settling for the jumper, and Clinkscales has 5 on the afternoon. Clinkscales again coming back, looking for numbers. Fisher in the open floor for 3, no good. Rebound, Clinkscales, nice inside look to Watson, no look pass, and Watson finishes at the rim.
Clinkscales with the steal, he's pushing. Gets it to K.O., they get 2. Daquan to the hoop. Clinkscales around the back to Daly. He pushes it through.
Bennett. That's his 13th on the afternoon. Cuts the lead to 13. 79-66, but a jumper there by Clinkscales.
It's definitely three-point time now for the Miracles. I mean, you want to chip away, but you need baskets in a hurry.
Clinkscales gets it to Watson. Watson gets the layup.
Dribbles to the left, gets picked up by Josh Collins. Collins trying to stay with Clinkscales. He gets beat off the dribble, the crossover. Clinkscales with the sky hook.
Tough basket inside. He was trying to find anybody else to pass the ball to.
Clinkscales gets it to McMorrow, throws one down.
Making some moves, the Raymond front office, as well as putting guys in certain roles that they're able to be successful in. And one in particular was definitely putting Kevin Young in the starting lineup. And a nice finish with the left is Clifford Clinkscales. In another role, Clinkscales being relegated to as a reserve, then a starter has worked out in dividends for Coach Claros as well, with his energy, his leadership, his ability to make good decisions either in the half court or transition, dishing the ball, either finishing for himself and giving the right guy the ball at the right time to be successful executing on the offensive end.
Absolutely. There's been times where, you weren't sure which point guard was going to give you the better game, whether it was going to be Ando or Cliff. And right now, both players are playing at a super high level, and he knows he has both of them as weapons that he can go to.
Floater, kick, shots no good by Ellis, kicked away by Young again.
What a fantastic pass by Clinkscales. Fantastic play.
Yeah, Clifford Clinkscales is outstanding when making decisions with the basketball. A great decision there. He had the driving lane, but he decided to pull it out and wait for his teammate running the floor. And that's the second time we've seen this happen between these two players, Clinkscales and Watson, and the same outcome.
Absolutely.
An opportunity to
screen from Watson. No, he pulls it back out, going one-on-one with Williams, going to his left. Pass out to Foster, back to Clinkscales. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lets it go and knocks it down.
And you see Clinkscales coming off the bench for the Halifax Rainmen.
minutes right now. Let them regroup, get some water into them, and get ready for the second quarter.
Clinkscales now trying to take Bennett with the left, and he finishes right at the buzzer. Just a strong finish and explanation point the Raymond needed. A nice response.
Ty Watson just can't move him and can't body him when he gets that deep position. He's got a great shot to score it. And a beautiful feed by Clinkscales to Kevin Young.
You might as well forget it if you're in.
By Clinkscales to Kevin Young.
You might as well forget it if you're in a trip.
DeAndre tipped it out, but the three-pointer by Gibson's no good. Clinkscales in transition. It's good.
Off the bootstraps of it.
The Raymond once again winning that 50-50 battle, have possession. Clinkscales now. Crosses the timeline, gives it to Haywood. Hand off to Clinkscales. Clinkscales with a nice lob inside the Young, and Young finishes at the rim.
Hands it off to Daly. Daly to Clinkscales. Nice swing pass back to Foster, pardon me. And it goes down for three.
All starting on the
Position defensively, or even if you're on the hip of Kevin Young and he's driving the basket, look out, because you may get posterized.
97. Clinkscales at the helm at a much-needed time for the Halifax Rainmen. Fisher on the curl, knocks it down with ice in his clash for the Coliseum too at the Caesars Windsor. Clinkscales giving a nice pass inside to number 20.
Clinkscales inside of McMorrow.
Oh, what a lovely play.
Nice turnaround off the glass.
Perfect
over
timing.
DeAndre Thomas.
Had him sealed perfectly in the middle of the rim and was able to go up to his hand.
79-96 Raymond lead.
DeAndre's not even walking up the floor. Raymond have numbers. And a three, making them pay.
Clifford Clinkscales, booyah
Coach
from three-point range. Forces a timeout.